Welcome to this video. In today's interview with Katinka Van Kan, a life coach based in Maastricht, we explore what it's really like to live in the Netherlands, with a special focus on the cost of living. During the recording, a few segments were lost due to technical issues, so thank you in advance for your patience. Enjoy the content.
Today for my channel, I did a video some months ago about the living cost in Luxembourg for a person that is willing to move Luxembourg. I did a very spreadsheet with cost renting, cost of bills, transports, gym, supermarket, because one of the aim of my channel is to help the the professionals, the students, everybody willing to come to Luxembourg to have a clear picture, clear overview of the net costs, and also the on the margin on the salary, to avoid let's say cheap proposal, or to avoid to be under pressure with costs. That's one of the aim of this channel, of my channel, to add people like me that both with the accommodation, let's say the rent.
Yeah. Yeah, rent is crazy. So Maastricht has always been bit more expensive city, probably the most expensive in this province. Uh, which a big part of that is that we have Maastricht University and Zuid. So we have the applied sciences and at the university college here. Uh, which is great for the city. If we talk about development and learning and culture and all that jazz, but for the rent prices, and it's gotten a bit crazy. There's been a lot of investing, from our municipality, so we have a lot of new buildings. Yeah, I think the city evolves. I've seen it turn into a beautiful, even more beautiful city in the past decade or so. But it is quite expensive, and I think especially for students, they started working on student housing, but there's just a big shortage. Uh, and rents go from, I think you should at least think about 850, 900. That is fairly normal for a room or a small studio. Yeah, yeah. Just 1,000 is quite safe. Apartment renting is a bit more expensive, and your best shot is just to go find people to rent with together, either student housing. But for expats, that's quite difficult because a lot of the student houses want only Dutch students. Um, so you're more on like the free markets. Something I still do now is the anti-squatting. So it's like a different type of renting where they have buildings or houses that will be demolished within the next 5 years, and you can rent there fairly cheap. So I actually paid 230 euros or 250 for my rents. The only catch is that they can ask you to leave within a month. But yeah, we've been here for 2.5 years now, so it's been it's been quite great. Yeah, so it's part of the risk, but like the amount that you can save on rents monthly makes it definitely worth it. But you need to get in, so it's always good to see if you can find a local or find a community on Facebook to get to know like what do I do or not do, because there's a lot of scams here on the renting market. So
And here in Luxembourg, to avoid scams, one of the things I suggest all the time, it's if you move in the country, first thing is just check on the web if there is an agency, and if there is an agency that is publishing announcement on the aggregators like at home, Imotop, etc. It's good. It's okay. It's better to pay something more, but to avoid scams than to lose more. Uh, let's speak about a little bit about you because I didn't introduce you. You are young entrepreneur.
Yes. Well, I still feel very young. At least. So I'm 33 now. I've been an entrepreneur for almost, it's about 10 years now. I started 20. Yeah, it's been over 10 years. Yeah. Started my own business almost straight out of college. So I didn't want to work in the social work field. Didn't being employed is not for me. Let's put it that way. So after my studies, I traveled for a little bit for a few months, came back, worked at the movie theater for a year to work still on my personal development, and then I just one day quit there. And I went to the Chamber of Commerce and started my own business, which is a coaching business. So I do coaching, and I have some social work clients, but that's a bit of a separate thing for what people know me of.
It is maybe would be the topic of another blog together with people blog together. Is on your side easier to be entrepreneur in the Netherlands, or there are some you struggle from some aspects?
I think the Netherlands is one of the easiest countries around here. It's the easiest to start a business. Must be because a lot of people actually move here so that they are able to start a business. A lot of people from Germany because that's very difficult. I think our tax system, yeah, and also you don't have to have or be anything here to start a business. You need, I think it's like 80 euros now to register your business, and that's it. So you don't need to have any diplomas. You don't, I mean, if you don't need it for your work, right? But just if you want to start like a small business from home, you can just do that. Um, Taxes are very fair, I think, especially for starting entrepreneurs. I'm saying that very carefully now because we did just have new elections. And we never know it's going to change. Uh, so they've gotten a bit more tied over in the last few years, a bit more focused on the small entrepreneurs. But if you look at the practice, so it's a lot of, what they say in the news. But if you look at, my day-to-day life, yes, you need an accountant. Definitely get a good accountant because taxes are just complicated. But here's a large living room, bedroom. Yeah, with nothing. It's because that's what I did as well. I think I had like maybe 1,000 euros in savings back then, and also cheap rents. But I knew, and with everything that was still coming, like some holiday money and stuff like that from the business I worked for, I could do maybe 3 or 4 months of living costs back then, and I figured that's enough. I'm just gonna start, and we'll see. Um, yeah, and here we are, 3 years later. Just bought a house, so it
Wow,
is
uh,
possible.
that's astonishing, yeah. That's astonishing. So definitely, it's a good country to be entrepreneur in Netherlands. But so back on our main topic today, we spoke about rent to avoid scams. Let's go to utility bills. Oh, what is the average you think for a person that living alone?
Yeah, I think it's very dependent, obviously, on your housing. Uh, you see, if your housing is cheaper, your electric bills are way more expensive. But I would say for utilities, water is very cheap. Water maybe 10, 50 euros a month.
Because yeah, in the Netherlands there is also water. That's yeah, okay. In Luxembourg, no. It's
We are the country of water. Yeah, but so it's your drinking water fruits. Anybody in the world can drink it, so that is good. Um, but yeah, everything, and also we have the central heating. You don't have that everywhere in the walls. Which also a lot of places still have the old-fashioned ones, which has water in it. You have your boilers. It's very dependent on what kind of system you have, but I would say for gas and electricity, if you're on your own, it's probably gonna be around 50 to 70 euros a month per person. Is something you would take into account. again, it's very dependent on let's say 70. So then in winter it's going to be a bit more. Yeah. Just put it at 70, 80. You're usually good if you have like the studio, one bedroom apartment. Winter is going to be expensive with the gas and the heating. Summer you will use nothing. So that's
And you pay also a garbage tax. You know,
yes, the BSKV. I don't even know what it stands for, but you get the bill once a year, and this is something that is very good to know before you come because it's very unexpected for that. If you rent a place, your landlord is not going to tell you that this bill is coming. What it is for the sewage and for the what's it called, pick up the trash and your green bins and stuff like that. And you have two types of bills. So one for the owner of a building and one for somebody that is using it or living there. And it's a very weird system. Nobody knows what the prices are. Nobody knows what they're based on. They're different in every municipality. They're different in every building. So make an educated guess. For us here, it was this year. So for one person, if it was been a one-person household, it was around €600, and for two, it was around 850, I think, and that's for the whole year.
oh, the way there. So let's say 850 divided 12.
So if you rent a house, that could be more because it's kind of based on what a house is worth, but not really. But it can sometimes it's like a €1,200 bill that you get, and then they're like pay it next month. So yes, but you can always pay it in terms, but it can be a high cost, unexpected cost. Students don't have to pay it, and if you have a low income, you don't have to pay it.
Okay, this one I remember.
Pay it for you and just put it in the rent. But usually they do
Don't
that.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, so just
And then
some kind of
taxes everywhere.
Yeah, they just wrap them up in different stories. But this is for the sewage and your bins. That is it.
Then
And it's also different in every municipality, right? So here we have in the Maastricht, it should be a bit cheaper for the trash because they put the taxes in the trash bags. So we have like special kind of bags that are quite expensive, like over €1 per bag. So if you don't want to pay that much money for your trash to be picked up, then you can separate it in the free bins on the streets. So it's like a whole
it's always
crisis.
what?
So people from Germany will know because they do it there as well a lot. But yeah, separating the plastic and the glass and all that stuff.
Let's say then supermarket. From what I remember, there are several choices in the Netherlands. There is Albertijn, there is Lidl, Jumbo, Aldi,
Yeah, Aldi
Lidl.
plus. Yeah, that's here the south, and if you go like above the river, some more north, then they have Dirk Basetijos is a chain. They have different chains, so it's a bit different, um, in different parts of the Netherlands. So that's mainly because we're close to the border here in the south.
Mhm.
Um, so you get different like supermarket chains, but it's just expensive. People can almost not afford their food anymore these days. I barely go to the supermarket because there's just nothing for a fair price there anymore. So we go to the market every Friday. But that's the luxury of being an entrepreneur. I just put that in my weekly schedule.
In the bright.
That's how markets
Yeah.
at the markets. So the other square that we
Yeah. Okay, I remember the one that there is the big market. Yeah, I remember. Still remember.
with the statue and the fire.
Exactly, remember.
Yeah, so the market is really good. Yeah, so the market is really good. There are some cheaper supermarkets. So Aldi, Lidl is the a bit cheaper ones. And besides that, but we just have a system of specials here. I don't really know what the English word is for it. But they do like the 2-for-1 kind of things. But that does mean that if you cannot buy something that's on discount in a supermarket, then automatically the prices are higher. So what a lot of people here do is just go to Germany because it's cheaper for the booze and the tobacco. And then in the Netherlands, in Belgium, we get our gas because that is still affordable. And here, the Netherlands, gas for your car, crazy.
Let's say now the car. You have a car? I think, yeah.
Yes, I have a car. I got my license 3 years ago.
Congratulations.
Finally, car anxiety. Yes, I have a car, and so you pay insurance for a car, and you pay a tax every quarter year, and that's dependent on what type of car you drive. So that's why you see so many teeny tiny cars in the Netherlands. One, we don't have parking spaces, but also because they're cheaper. Uh, and obviously, no more diesel cars. They want you on either gas or electric has gotten cheaper. I have a Suzuki Alto from 2009, and I pay 66 euros in insurance a month.
So let's say 70.
Am I seeing that correctly? Yeah, I think so. I think that is my monthly bill. I'm not sure because my insurance and the taxes are kind of the same. So I think it's like 67 I pay every 3 months for taxes, and it's around 60 euros for my insurance. Insurance does get cheaper over time. So I bought my first car 2 years ago. So that is why for me it's still a bit higher because I don't have a lot of years of driving experience without making an accident. So if you drive longer and you don't do stupid things, it becomes cheaper. If you have one accident, that it's gonna be a bigger bill. Yeah, so I think that taxes are that's the main thing to look into if you move here and you buy a car.
It's expensive, but
But yeah, that's what I pay, and then yeah, yeah, I think the smaller cars are okay for me, and that's only because I need it for work. If I wouldn't need a car for work, I wouldn't have one. Uh, because it's so easy to go around. This country is very made for walking, biking, public transport.
public transports.
So that's yeah, public transport is very expensive. It's gotten crazy expensive. But if you use it every now and then, it's still going to be cheaper than getting a car. It's just reality of it. Go to Amsterdam every month for the same cost as my car.
Let's say, for example, a seasonal membership or a monthly membership for the public transportation. What would be the average cost? 100 euro, let's say.
For the public transports, our train and bus, yeah, we don't really have that. So, what I have is 40% discount outside of rush hours. And that cost me 70 euros a year. And then I get the 40% discount if I travel. So I went to Eindhoven yesterday with the train, and that was 12.50 there and 12.50. I said 25 euros to go to Eindhoven, but it's an hour in the train. So the full price, yeah, the full price would have been 42 or 43 euros, which I think is a bit excessive.
Let's say 50 rounded 50s. Yeah, here in Luxembourg, the public transportation is free, completely free. That's one of the
Yeah, that's amazing.
amazing.
They should have done that here as well. And the bus also very expensive. If you take a bus in Maastricht for like 5 minutes, it costs 4 euros. Yeah, so that's why everybody here is on their bike because the city is small and it's hard to get everywhere. Yeah, and it's just not worth it. And I don't. So what I do have for train and bus is, let's say you have to go from home to your work every day. You can have a subscription for that route. But then that will probably cost you like 100 something, 170 a month. It's very dependent on how far it is, but yeah, it's, it's expensive.
It's expensive, let's say. And yeah, then one of the thing I think Netherlands is particular is the health insurance. It is mandatory, you know?
Is that what?
Health insurance.
Oh, health insurance. Yes. Oh, it's horrible. It used to be great. I remember when I was studying, and that bill comes when you turn 18, and your parents say, to yourself now. But it's gotten more towards what they do in the US now. So it's very expensive. You get nothing insured. Actually, every time you get a bill, you still have to pay for it. So I don't have a lot of good things to say about it, unless you get very, very ill. So if you're like hospitalized or stuff like that, that is always taken care of. Um, Surgeries, you just get them. It's not like the US where you have to pay up front. So I think that is we still have that. Um, if insured, because if something happens with that, it's just too expensive. So I think I pay. It's around 200 euros a month. But you have that part of your own risk. So if you have your monthly bill is like 200 euros, but then if something happens, if you get a medical bill, you still have to pay maybe that is 380 euros, I think, in a year. You have to cover yourself from your medical bills. So what I do is I pay that monthly. And then at the end of the year, I either get it back or uh, I used it and it's already paid for. So that makes my monthly bill, I think, 230 or 240. But it's about the cheapest insurance, but I don't think you can really get it below like 160. It's maybe the lowest that I know of. And then you have your own risk. It's like 800 euros a year. So don't let anything happen to you if you do that.
It's mandatory, no? It's mandatory in the Netherlands. If you work, well,
It's just if you live here, you have to have health insurance. Um, yeah, so there's no way around it.
wow, it's a big. This is a big one, huh? That's big expenses.
That is a big one.
A big one.
Yeah. And it is like if you come here as an expat, always check with your employer because they sometimes have like deals where you get a discount. The municipality has that sometimes for people with low income. If you come here as a student, there's sometimes deals through, with university card or stuff like that. But it's a very, very complicated work to get it.
We have gym. Go to gym.
Yeah, gym. I go to gym. Well, we have a home set up here. So a lot of outside gyms that we have, especially in Maastricht, but I think it's also cities like Amsterdam, Rotterdam. You have a lot of places outside for working out. Basic Fit is, I think, the easiest because everywhere in the Netherlands. 24-hour gyms. Yeah, so I have the subscription for that because we move around so much within the city. But there's always one nearby. I think I pay 30 euros a month, which is an average cheap gym subscription here. And then that is 24/7 access, 7 days a week, and I can bring friends.
There is the bring a friend. Your promo. Okay, yes. So like yeah.
So I think you have a bit cheaper gym subscriptions, and you have them more expensive if you go to like a bit more fancy gym. Then you're probably around 50-60 euros a month.
It's great.
Two things. Same things I see on the YouTubes with all the influencers everywhere in the world.
And then let's say hairdresser. Yeah.
I go like once a year, maybe just to get like the tips cut. I barely go to the hairdresser. What I see with friends of mine that go, that go for the dyeing and the stuff, it's just it's very expensive. I think for the barber, so my partner has like a full beard. He goes every 6 weeks. It's very dependent. I would say an average would be probably 40 to 50 euros.
No, it's like Luxembourg. Let's say 50, which
Which is, yeah, fair. I mean,
is fair. It's fair.
they have to make a living. But when I was younger, you could get your hair cut for like 12 euros. It's not, that has passed. I think after COVID, that was the end of that.
Yeah, it was a boom.
I paid, yeah, I also paid like 34 euros for just a cutting, and then I watch it out. If you want to get it dyed, they just start to look for a hairdresser that knows what to do with your type of hair, and then I wouldn't know. I don't go.
Or for example, for a person that is willing to move to Maastricht to work, what would be an average salary to live well? Your opinion?
To live well. What do you tell me? I just told you all the costs. You wrote it down, right?
Of course.
Big difference. I think 2,400, 2,500 should be comfortable living. Very dependent on your rent, but if you can keep your rent around that 1K, and then you would have comfortable living. So if you want to go out for dinner, that will cost you probably 60 to 80 euros. If you want to go out for drinks, 30 euros, and then you haven't had a lot, but you had a good evening. Um, so yeah, again, obviously very lifestyle dependent, but I think if you shouldn't go below two.
It's the minimum. I think. Okay, it's the minimum of the minimum.
Yes.
Below that, it's you struggle a lot.
Still manageable. Yeah, and just try to do things in communities as much as possible. That's what we do here as well. I know everybody in my street. We have dinners together. We could together because that just cuts your cost of living so much. Sharing the internet, stuff like that. Having housemates, especially if you start moving here. Uh, it's good for your social life, for landing in a place, getting to know the city, but especially for your cost of living. And we see it more and more. Obviously, we have a huge housing crisis in the Netherlands, which hopefully after the last election, something will change, but we'll see. We'll see in this upcoming year.
So o-
But that is just the biggest problem.
on the expenses we had spoken about, it was just 1685 was expenses. I think.
Then you have a non-smoker.
No smoker, no smoke. You got to big, yeah.
Somebody who doesn't drink a lot. But I do think that is very important because I see that with the clients that I work with, that has become a very big issue. Because the price of the tobacco went up so quickly and so fast, like in 2 3 years, I think it is 5 times more expensive that people can now not afford it. But it is still an addiction that people need it. So that is something that's difficult to manage. I think for somebody to come here, to move here, especially if you come from a country like Germany or Luxembourg, where it's so much cheaper, that can actually kill your budget.
Wow, wow, that's something to remember because before coming to the Netherlands, no smokers, please.
Or go to one of those places, you'll probably be fine. Germany for the tobacco, Belgium for the gas. Yeah, something to take into account.
Okay, yes, that's it was a pleasure to speak together. Thank you for joining to my channel. You are the first international guest, so you're the first. You're the first. And then we will put below the description your links if somebody want to join you in your or your social, in Instagram, etc.
Community. reinvention projects. I'll send them to you. And when you're back in Maastricht, we can meet up and walk around town for a bit. It will be great to see you in person.
Absolutely. I'm just 1 hour and a half, so most probably with the new year will come back to visit the city and we will meet. We do something else. Right. Happy Sunday.
Let's take a look at the real monthly cost of living in Maastricht, based on an average single-person lifestyle. Rent is the biggest expense at 1,000 euros per month. Utility bills at around 70 euros and water plus electricity are included in that estimate. Garbage tax comes to about 70 euros a month. Groceries cost approximately 320 euros, assuming a weekly spend of around 80 euros. Internet is about 50 euros, and mobile plans are very affordable at just 15 euros per month. Health insurance is a major cost in the Netherlands at around 200 euros monthly. Car insurance adds another 70 euros. Public transport is roughly 50 euros, and a gym membership averages 30 euros per month. A visit to the hairdresser costs around 50 euros, and miscellaneous expenses, like going out, small purchases, or unexpected costs, add up to around 350 euros. Altogether, that brings the total monthly cost to approximately 2,276 euros. And with an average monthly salary of 2,400 euros, the margin left at the end of the month is quite small. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this content helpful, feel free to like and subscribe for more insights about living abroad. See you in the next one.